Hey everybody, welcome back to another part of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door for the Nintendo GameCube, the only Pattern 4 here, ready on floor 60 of the Pit of 100 Trials. So I'm obviously going to save you guys a whole lot of viewing, but I just wanted to kind of go through this again just because it's been a while, I should say. So this is consecutive floors, one after another. Each time there's like certain sets of monsters that appear on each set of floors. So between floor 60 to floor 70, we'll see a lot of things that we came across in the Palace of Shadows. The last floor was the things that we seen in the Far Outpost. So it does vary. It gets harder and harder as you go on, especially when you get to floor 90 and beyond. Ugh, that stuff gets really hard really quickly. And I can't touch this thing because he's electrified. One of the hardest things I find in this place to do is to manage your flower points correctly, because that can make or break the situation that you may be in, because you're going to be using your flower points a heck of a lot just to kind of help with things like this, or like in the past floors too. There's like a lot of spinas, like that sort of thing, that helps keep you, or not helps keep you, but also prevents you from using words. What I'm trying to say, it makes you use FP really quickly is what I've been trying to say this whole time and not saying it at all. Basically, to repeat, managing your FP is really hard because you have to balance it, because there's a lot of multiple enemies, so that you want to quickly get rid of them as fast as possible. So balancing how much you use your skills versus how much items you have, it can become really important. I am packed up and pretty good to go for this place. Sometimes you'll see that item seller, I think I showed him in the last part, that sells you things. It's really expensive. So personally, I don't recommend buying anything from him unless you absolutely need it or you're desperate. Like that kind of thing. But yeah, this is this Welcome to the Pit. I do want to show off some battles that for enemies that you guys haven't seen yet, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what my plan was before, and that's what I'll basically do. So because you guys seen both of these things before, I might as well just make a cut and see you guys just on floor 70, unless I see something that happens in between. So there's going to be a lot of cutting in and out, hopefully not too terribly much. Floor 90 is when things are going to get a little bit more interesting in terms of enemies. It's going to be things that you guys haven't seen, even though obviously I have, but yeah. I will meet you guys at floor 70, so be right back for a while. Hey, so we are here. This is floor 70, and we open up the chest. And here it is, the badge. Nice. Double Dip P. It's the partner version of the badge we got on floor 60, so sometimes we can use 2 items in battle, which is always nice. So I might as well show off this new thing, which is basically a recolor of the wizards from before. I don't remember if we saw black chain chomps, red chain chomps, yes. Black ones may have been in the boss battle, I think? Or no, not boss battle, sorry. Outside of the Tower of Riddles in the Palace of Shadows, but I'm not sure. But the yellow wizard is the same as the purple one. It actually even has the same name. I don't even know if there's actually a difference between the two. It could just be the same thing. So now that we're past floor 70, we got 30 more to go. At least nice thing is that I'm way past more than halfway done, which is extremely good, because sometimes this place can be really long. So it may not seem like a long time for you guys, since of course I'm editing out things, but this place can take up to 2 hours. Plus it doesn't help that I had to make at least 3 different trips now, one for the fire drive, one for the strange sack, one for just doing this. But yeah, even though it's been 10 minutes for you, I've been here for 2 hours. Oh, not 2 hours, I should say more well, I guess plus the other recording that I did. Yeah, about close to 2 hours now. Probably this run is maybe a half hour, if not more than that. I've also haven't been very lucky for this particular run either, and I haven't been getting the shortcut guy at all too that can boot you down 5 floors, which would be real nice to have. I've seen him, like, maybe twice. So I'm not sure if I just, like, missed him by accident, which could be the case, too. Like, sometimes when you choose to skip the floor, the guy could just be very well on the next floor, and you could have just missed him, which is a thing that can happen. And it's unfortunate that it can, because it's like, I need you to be here, so I can make things easier for myself. So I might as well use her, because she's gonna be at least helpful for damage pierce here, which is kind of nice. It's weird when you attack with her, because the audience sounds like they're booing at first, and they're like, eh, when she does her special, so I don't know what that's about. But we haven't gotten yet to the point where this floor becomes like, whew, a real doozy. That's, like I said before, that's floor 90, about. And that's coming up here soon. Also, for those of you who don't know, this is kind of something I wanted to mention as well too. I used to be part of a stream group, Naked Gaming. You can still find the footages of said thing I'm about to mention on the channel if you dig enough, or you just search The Only Pattern 4. It's one of like the first video hits that you get, I'm pretty sure, is me streaming this game on that channel. I had the jankiest setup, it was awful, it was trash. I can't believe how, like, bad that setup was. Looking back on it, it's like, somehow I made this work, I guess? But anyways, I had, like, a Dazzle, I had this, like, big-ass receiver. It was stupid. And then I think I switched to the Hauppauge eventually, too, because it was like, and then I sold my Dazzle. But anyways, as I was saying, so I was trying to stream this, the pit, that is, and I had horrible luck on floor like 97 or like 98, something along that line. And this is the first time, well, other than Cozy Fireplace I should say, the first time before Cozy Fireplace, this was like way before that crash happened, that the Wii actually crashed on like on that floor. It was like, it was really sad. It was a sad day, because I was so close to being finished. And I was in a row of Swoopulas, and everything was going great, and then suddenly just everything went horribly wrong, because the game just crashed. Just crashed. Yeah. So that was the thing that happened. And ever since then, I've been, like, not wanting to do this part, because it's just been, like, I just remember Swoopulas and just being like, oh, Swoopulas. God forbid the Swoopulas. Another easy way to take care of these two chomps is to get Bobbery out here, because I think his Bubba Bast also pierces defense from what I remember, which might be an idea for me to do here, because having you sit around in battles for too terribly long, not normally ideal. I'd like, it's better just to, for me, to just deal the vast amounts of damage as fast as possible, and just to try your best. Okay, that doesn't pierce defense. Never mind, but that helps. Also, this is kind of what I was hoping to happen, so I haven't showed this off, but in the sewers of Rogueport, there's a lady, one of the Mer family people. You can get a curse applied to you. Well, it's a curse, quote-unquote, I should say, but different things can happen during battle. Like, that one was reduced defense, sometimes I get a boost in attack, sometimes I get more coins, sometimes a combination of these things happen. It's kind of nice. Just to have that little bit of extra help is always good. And depending on which course you buy, the longer that can last too. So I decided to buy it because I haven't done that for a while. And also, I figured it just might help. But things are starting to not be exciting in terms of enemies you have seen before. So I will be right back. Alright, so we are back on floor 90. Getting ever closer. Ever closer. Also, I know I said I'd meet you guys at floor 80, but oopsie, I accidentally bypassed that, taking one of the shortcut guys. So just to let you know, Bump Attack was there. It's a badge that lets you defeat weak enemies. It doesn't give you star points, or, sorry, the ones that don't give you any more star points by just bumping into them. And, of course, it just doesn't work in this place, which would have been nice, but unfortunately not. So these are the floors where things get real dicey, real quick. So I did have to buy a little bit of supplies from the shop guy. Not much. I just mostly wanted like a Thunder Rage and a healing mushroom just to have, because things like this, Elite Wizard, 5 of them, extremely dangerous, really dangerous. So this is kind of one of those things where it's like, you want to use up as much multiple stuff as you can, just to make this a little bit less of a thing to deal with. The nice thing is in these floors too, sometimes you'll be lucky enough to score a level up, which is always a good thing. Speaking of which, I've actually got one not too long ago, so you can kind of see, this is what happens when you get to the next rank in the ranking system. So the stage gets a lot bigger. I think you can have up to 200 now, which is kind of nice, and all that experience is really good, just because hopefully you can get enough to get yourself a few free heals before you go to the final boss of this place. So there's a lot more interesting enemies here, needless to say, so I might have to show off some of these things, which is kind of good. Yeah, floor 90 to 100 is, whew. Especially like for things like this. This is the recolors of those ice clouds and other things that we saw in the past, so that thing in the corner is the thing that I am mostly interested in right now. So I'm just gonna do this, just because this helps immensely. When I was coming back from the Creepy Steeple, I ran into one of these and was able to defeat it real quick, which was kind of nice just to have that extra little boost of experience, and just drawing a circle just around that thing, and with combination of Fiery Jinx was just kind of enough to kill that thing, just to kind of get yourself a nice level up too. Yes! It's down for the count. Look at that! 40 experience! Extremely good. Really good. These things, however, are the bane of my existence. Those Swoopulas. Oh, I hate them so much. So much. So much. God, I hate the Swoopulas. Please give me that. I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm actually just gonna stick her in the back for now, just because sticking her in the front seems like a bad idea. Just because, I mentioned this before, but it was a thing full of Swoopulas that this game crashed against last time I played it, and tried to do it on stream, and I've just been kind of like, ugh, Swoopulas ever since. And just trying to get rid of them as fast as humanly possible is like my goal. Basically, because I hate dealing with these things so much. So much. I think I might have enough. Yeah, I definitely have enough to level up, which is so sweet. Just having that extra little bit of crazy daisy in my life is something I always appreciate. Just having that little bit of extra, juicy experience boost. So good. Like, things like that can really make a difference in this place, for sure. Just getting that free level up before you go down to the last area, not to use up too much of your items, too much of your bullshit. Really good. Okay, so last time I did my flower points, so I'm gonna do my badge points and see what I can shove onto my body. There's one badge that's actually pretty good for this particular area, mostly because it is like all Swoopula all the time and things you have to jump on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. And Super Appeal is also very good for this place too, just because it helps a lot. I know it's one of the stomp. This is the one, multi-bounce, that I want for sure. Pierces enemy defense. I might as well just shove on Super Appeal. And just do something else, who knows. Just shove something on my body. Although damage dodge is also kind of good. I also got another fire drive at the end, just in case I needed it for any particular reason. It's only floor 92. Oh. Last time I was trying to record this as well, like a month ago, I want to say. And then I haven't played it since, just because I haven't been in the mood to try this again either. Is that, I didn't get the strange sack, so that's one bad mistake. The other bad mistake is that I just got, completely rolled on these floors. I ran out of items, and not getting that, strange sack was kind of one of the things that did me in. And just being generally just, all sorts of awful. on these floors, because these things can be deadly if you let them blow up. I think I might have by accident. Whoopsie daisy! Yeah, because that's what happens. Because it's Vivian's fire damage, I forgot that that was a thing. There's one quick way of dealing with it, but not advised. So but surely they get more and more. I think they take like up to 4 turns before they blow up. They raise their attack, they raise their defense. They just prep themselves as much as they can before they just blow up in your face. Oh, swoopulous. Bats in video games in general. Ugh. Oh, there's like 4 of them. Oh, there's 5 of them. And Fire Drive isn't gonna help us here, which is why I picked Multi-Bounce. I was hoping that that wouldn't fail me, but it kinda did. Because these things can roll you real good. Because 6 attack per each attack is a thing that happens. Please give me this. Thank you. Plus you guys can see how much I can fit in my stage now. 200. Having that free healing is always especially good. Oh, having this is also especially good too. If only we rolled this and we got double experience. That would be kinda nice. Yeah, just having that 6 attack per turn is a thing. Oh yeah, he had a spite pouch. Heck yeah, now we're confused. My favorite. But just think about it, 5 of those things, if they all attacked Vivian, and I didn't defend myself like I'm doing right now, because I hate defending myself against these things, she would just be immediately dead. How good is that? It's extremely good, and now I'm confused. I might be screwed. But we will see. I don't know if that was just regular bounce or not. It's hard to tell when you're confused if that was the thing you wanted or the thing that you didn't. When it comes to these things, I don't mess around. I just want to get rid of them as fast as humanly possible. Just because, the fact that they have basically healed themselves in a matter of turns. Oh, it's so bad. I hate these things. This was always this was the worst thing. This is the worst. I hate it. What I might do too is just take out this battle, because I'm going to be here for quite some time, so I'll be right back. Alright, this is floor 99. The reason I didn't show off any more of those battles was just because there's more wizards and bats. The great thing about the 2 bat battles I had is that both of them had spite pouches. I got confused both times, and both times my party decided to run away from battle. So I had to do each battle twice. Effectively, I had to fight 5 groups of Swoopulas twice because my party ran away. Kill myself, please. Anyways, this is the thing I've been wanting to do for quite some time. We ran out of life mushrooms. We have a lot of healing items though, so we should be fine. Effectively, hopefully. I have a bunch of bumps. The only thing is I just don't come in fully healed, which is whatever. The only reason I brought Goombella in temporarily is just so that she could see how much HP this thing has, and then we will immediately swap her out for Vivian to do their good old-fashioned fire damage over time. So do your thing. Here we go. That's Bonetail. He's the oldest brother of Hooktail. So old he's just bones, in fact. Wow, now that's old. His body is 200 HP. Confuse us, put to sleep. Which is always a fun thing. Blocking those breaths are going to be what will make or break you. And before I switch over to Vivian, I just want to check and see just what Rally Link does again, just because I never use her too much. What ability do you have again? Wink at Mario to give him courage for an extra attack. Why not? Yeah, I think we've successfully healed, so just having that on for our attack is going to be real nice. I don't know if it lasts throughout the entire battle. If it does, then that's stupidly good, but I'm pretty sure it's just this one. So I mean, this is one way of doing it, I guess, but more importantly though, she needs to come out and just start doing her thing. So this battle is mostly just going to be a battle of health and flower points. More so health than anything. Just because having that constant attack of like 6 is going to be the thing that we need to fight against the most. But at least we have full star points, and that's the thing that matters the most right now. I don't see anybody in the audience that's going to cause me any problems, which is extremely good, so no Amazy Daisies, no big bull bombs, nothing of the sort, so we can just fight away. This is actually kind of a really good situation for us. I needed to block that though. That could have ended up a lot worse than it did. So I'm just going to take the extra caution and just do a Sweet Feast right away here. Because we can appeal our way to getting that back real quick. And I also got Mario a badge that lets him appeal faster, so if I need an emergency Sweet Feast, I can very easily get one. Plus, like I said, I have a lot of Whack-A-Bumps, I have a lot of SP things, so I'm good in terms of healing items. It's more I can't die because all of my life mushrooms got used up because I got killed by bats on the way here. If the things didn't have Swoopulas, if the floor didn't have the Swoopulas, I'd be a-okay, honestly. But since it does, hey boy, it's gonna be extra special. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on Mario's health at all times, and I actually might just use a Whack-A-Bump just in case, because I just don't want to run into any sort of problem at all. Actually, I wonder if this will help us. Nope. Okay. Never mind. I got somebody pass that to me while I was in the middle of a battle. One of the audience people. So I was kind of hoping that maybe I might be able to use it. Getting that burn is not important right now. Getting healed is far more important than having Mario do the damage he needs to. Is the best thing I could do, and getting that 5 stylishes. That also works for damage over time. That, however, does not work in my favor. Getting confused right away is a thing. Also, I might as well use one of these too. I meant to use that like right off the bat, but that's okay. Oops. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use a bump with her for sure. Just to kind of help him do his thing. Okay, that is a thing that works, I guess. Bump me, Flurry. If she dies, who cares? I don't... Who cares, honestly? Just, who cares? Shoot, I needed to block that again. I'm always really bad at blocking. Can I swap my partner back to her, please? Okay. This works, I guess. Just as long as somebody does damage, I don't care. Because Mario sure can't. Do me a solid and stop spamming that, please! That would be fantastic if you could. Really appreciate it if you would. I'm just gonna switch back to Vivian as soon as I get the chance. I mean, that fire damage over time, I don't care who does it, somebody has to do it. I just put it back to her because she can just do it by herself. Although I'm kind of wondering if he could just have more damage output overall. Guess we'll find out. Now would be a good time to Sweet Feast. At that 20 mark, that's when it's a good idea to do it, just because I have no idea what this stupid thing's gonna do. Luckily for me, all the mushrooms just passed by, so I shouldn't have any problems with getting some health back now. I can just mash this right stick, or just hold it forever, and I should be good for the rest of the time. Nice, that was good. Okay, let's see how much you can do with this. This might be a huge FP sink, but the damage might be worth it. I'm just debating, it's like, do I want damage over time? Which is also equally good, or do I want this instead? I think with Bobbery's next turn, I'm going to get that gradual syrup going here as well. The less things I have to maintain, the better. But the stage is also working in my favor, to be fair, too. Nope. Couldn't get that free heal. That would be kind of nice. Just gonna gradual syrup. Now both of these things are actually really helpful for this fight. Less things I have to maintain, the better. Having that is the worst breath for sure, like by far. That's the one that causes frozen, which is like ugh, the worst thing that could possibly happen. At least with sleep, you get out of battle as soon as you get hit, or at least you can do things afterwards. I'd appreciate it if you stopped burning the party. I'd appreciate it if I didn't take 5 damage just now. I'd appreciate it if I wasn't confused. Sometimes stage things, just like before, was fine. Working in my favor. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, you're attacking Mario. At least the best thing that could happen out of this situation is if I decide to run away, I can't. So there's that. Please, buddies, I need you to not be dicks to each other. I need you to actually thank you. I need you to actually do things. Appreciated. And he's gonna do his healing thing on himself. I need confusion to not be a thing right now. I'm gonna heal him. And I'm wondering if I should do that same thing to Mario. How many bumps do I have left? 3. I kinda wanna save it. I think I'm gonna just save it for now. Just continue to deal damage. Depends on what Hooktail or Bonetail does this next turn too. See, I don't even need Vivian right now. It's tempting to do one, but I really still don't want to. I think I'm just gonna hold off for now until hopefully another Sweet Feast comes in. There you go. If we had Miss Mouse at full star points, or full rank, that would help for healing as well too, but I don't. I only have two shines and I didn't really feel like looking for one. I'm sure I could have just asked for help at the place, but whatever. It's fine. I think we'll be fine for the next Sweet Feast. That takes away my immediate healing over time, that's okay. I just don't want this to end up like the Shadow Queen battle where I just scraped by barely kind of thing. I just want to actually be okay at this fight, if possible. And I just don't want to have something horrible happen to me, because I'm just so worried. Fucking stop with this. I mean, it's helpful for me in that sense that I get... Oh god. What the hell are you up to? Thank you. I mean, it's helping me in the sense that I don't have to switch over to Vivian, but at the same time, I need damage to just happen so I could just continue to do my thing. Instead of having to heal little shreds of damages here and there from bullshit stage stuff. Having that happen every turn has been kind of ugh. I also really needed that. More so for Bobbery than for me, but I'll be fine. I still have 3 more whack-a-bumps, so I think I should be okay in that regard. It's just more getting that damage going. Fire, can you please chill for a bit? Yeah, doing that on Bobbery's next turn might be a good idea. I mean, both of these two do damage on their own. They both do 7, so... Just getting that stylish in is really important, though. Yeah, that should be good. I should have brought more healing items and less FP healing things. I thought I would sink more time into that than my health, I guess. It's more about a battle of health right now than anything. Shoot. I'm just so glad that that did not freeze me. I should be okay for until the next Sweet Feast, though. Bobbery, maybe not, but if I have to, I can get somebody else in here to do shit instead of him. Just having a nice 7 damage is really good. Vivian can do some damage on her own, though. Oh, I thought he was about to heal himself again. I was like, okay, that's fine. Just keep on plucking away for now. I'm surprised my fire geysers didn't go off again. I'm sure they will, though, in due time. Just gotta wait. What's going on? Hey. Recording time. It's okay. I'll come back in soon. Sorry about that. Just keep this truck rolling for now. Like, I'm just so scared of everything. This attack I can deal with, that's fine. It's the fire breath that is gonna screw me over. But I think I'll be okay, because I can very easily do another Sweet Feast. No problemo. Right away here. Good. That's helpful for me. Thank you for doing that to him for once and not to me. I appreciate it. 2 more turns. Actually, damn it. That would have been really helpful. Okay. You know what? We might not even need to Sweet Feast. We might not even need to Sweet Feast at all unless this thing got something up its sleeve. Let's find out, though. Here we go. Bye-bye. That could have went a lot worse than it did. 1 experience! Hey! I was also kind of hoping that that curse would help too, but it didn't happen at all. Another thing you could do in New Game is get all the recipes too, something I forgot to mention. That's not happening either. This is the last thing I'll be doing. What's inside? A really good badge, that's what. If you come down here again, I think this place is just empty? I'm pretty sure. I've never come back down here. I'd have to ask my dad about it, who's been down here at least several times. Many, many times. Okay, well, this is the Pit of 100 Trials, and that is basically all I had left to do in this game. So without further ado, I guess I'm finished this. So I hope everybody enjoyed this playthrough. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being patient with the fact that I haven't worked on it for quite some time, but yeah, it was good. I'm excited for the next thing that's going to come. See you later.